Fun things, happy things. They'll all eventually change someday. But can you still love this place?
Sidetrack, we're getting sidetracked. Yes, we're getting sidetracked.
What were we talking about?
Yung podcast.
Wait, are we recording already?
Yeah, we were just about to start.
Should we start that again?
Again?
Nah, it's fine.
Side?
Tracked?
Where?
Ay.
Mysterious. Okay, we're back. I'm Lila.
I'm I'm Brie.
Parang
Ako yung
nag-
nakakalimot. Sunod na pala ako.
I'm Kay.
And we're back for another episode. We're still talking about Clannad. This is just a continuation of the previous episode. And we are gonna start with the dramatic twins.
The twins that we didn't know the other twin was a main girl.
And the other girl wasn't. The funny thing is though, parang mas maraming ang focus about Rio eh. Diba? Kasi
Yeah,
siya
I
yung
know.
pinupush eh. And then all of a sudden, Rio is not the
Kasi
prospect
nga-
and Kyo is.
Kasi nga, Rio is a tool.
That's so sad.
Do you want me to tell you how it goes? Because I know how the route goes.
Go.
Parang
Sige,
going
pag-usapan natin.
Basically-
Para na mapahaba yung episode.
Basically, Rio, parang she confessed na may feeling siya for Tomoya. And si Kyo, being the good sister that she is, she kept like trying to push them together. And then she started to realize na she's actually catching feelings. Pero she didn't want to say anything kasi nga may gusto si Rio. And then, ang alam ko, nag-confess si Rio kay Tomoya. Tapos, pero to si Tomoya, parang, I think he said yes to it. Parang they tried it out. Pero, ang naiisip lang niya is Kyo the whole time. And then, parang si Rio, I think something happened or something, and then Rio like accepted it and pinush niya na silang dalawa. And then yun, at the end, naging sila. And then Rio had another guy, if I'm remembering correctly. Parang may
Okay.
doctor or something. Yun, so.
Well,
Kaya
the way it
she's a tool.
started, well, the way it started is kind of similar din naman sa anime. Na pinupush ni Kyo si Ryo, di ba? Like, yung nagla-lunch nga sila, parang pina-force nga na kumain sila together, ganyan. Tapos sinasabi niya, niluto yan ni Ryo, ganyan, niluto niya para sa'yo, ganun siya. And then eventually, you can tell na Kyo feels sad whenever she sees the two kind of like interacting. I just want to bring up though,
Yeah.
like it's obvious that anime sometimes it is a tool for fan service. Do you guys remember the gym scene? That time they were locked in the gym. Yung he got cursed. Tapos wasn't it Rio who did the reading?
Yeah. Rio's
Nagtaro
like,
siya.
yeah, yun yung parang thing ni Rio. She
Yeah.
does tarot.
Yeah. Tapos nagka-reading siya na you're gonna be locked in with a girl, ganyan, 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 ganyan. The only way to break the curse is to go naked or something.
What the fuck?
Yeah! That was the thing!
I remember them being locked together.
Yes. Tapos, kasi basically, parang tinutulungan ni Okazaki si Kyo to like bring something in the storage room. And then they got locked in. Parang may
I
janitor.
remember them getting locked in. But I don't remember
Yeah.
the getting naked part.
It's
What?
that, yes. Basically, they got locked in, right? I think may maintenance person na nag-lock. Kasi sabi niya, ano ba yan? Ba't iniiwang bukas? Tapos nilock niya, hindi, without knowing na there's people inside. And then, Kyo started assuming, kasi di ba parang naalala ni Okazaki, wait, I think this is familiar. I feel like I read something about this. Tapos naalala niya yung reading. And then he started going naked. And then Kyo's like, my sister's in love with you. I don't think this is a good idea. Gumagano'n siya. Alam mo yung nakahiga siya dun sa
I
mattress.
remember something.
And she was like squirming and
remember
shit.
this. I remember
Ano-
this. Because
ano
I had
nga?
a note before in my old notes because I lost my old notes na they're sexualizing the girls.
Yes.
I remember that specifically.
Yes.
And
I
that's
think,
a very big deal with especially old anime.
Yeah.
The sexualizing
Yeah.
of the girls.
And I feel like, I mean, I don't remember if prior to this, meron ng parang fan service scene. Pero ito yung pinaka apparent, I think. Right? Ito yung
Si
pinaka
Kyo, very prominent yung,
sexualization sa kanya.
mm
Mm.
Yeah.
especially the chest area.
Yeah. So, I remember that na parang specifically yung parang nag-trip yata siya, like she was like backing away kasi Tomoya was starting to get naked. And then she was backing away, she tripped, she fell on the mattress, and then that's when she started like, I mean, yon,
You
the
know,
body language.
you know what they call that
What?
in Japan?
What?
Lucky perv moment. It's a
Mm.
thing. Yeah, it's a thing. Lucky perv moment. So
What?
basically, that happened with do you remember in Haikyuu season 4 to the top where they went to nationals, right? And then na-push ni Hinata si Noya, and then Noya was about to fall towards Tanaka's childhood friend. I forgot her name. The tall
The
girl.
other volleyball girl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then nakatch niya si Noya instead before he fell.
So it's like breaking the trope.
Yeah. And yun yung kasi sabi ni Noya nun, parang, thank you, God. Thank you, Hinata. Ay, Shoyo pala tawag niya. Thank you, Shoyo. Ganyan siya. That's one example of a lucky perv moment, pero it didn't happen kasi nakatch siya. So, that's, tapos yung mga nadapa siya,
Okay.
tapos na-fall sila together, ganyan. That's a lucky perv moment. That's what they call it there.
That's the thing.
That's a
Jesus,
thing,
fuck.
yes. That is
I
a
hate
thing.
that. I hate
And
it.
that's what they call it.
I hate it. Jesus. But anyway, yes, that happened. I know you guys don't remember, but yes, that happened.
I remember that, yung
Yeah.
na-lock sila
Yeah.
together.
Naalala ko yun parang they got locked for like quite a long time. And then that's when he like remembered. So I remember he stripped naked. I think until his underwear. I think. Tapos he chanted something. Parang may specific chant na nabanggit si Rio or something. He said it, and then the doors opened. And I think it's the students who saw. I don't remember if Rio saw, but
So,
sorry na. I don't know if Rio saw, but students saw them specifically. Tapos parang nagkaroon yata ng rumors or
That
something.
they're dating.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
tapos
that's what
may,
happened.
yun, parang, nag-usap, yung, they tried talking together to
Yeah.
each other, and
Yeah.
then they were like whispers na, uy, ayun sila,
Nag-usap sila. Ganyan.
may
Tapos,
something, totoo nga.
Isn't
obviously,
that why Kyo started avoiding Tomoya for a while? Or
yeah,
am I
I think so,
remembering
yeah.
correctly?
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
also the fact na I think she was like realizing that she likes Tomoya and that her twin sister likes Tomoya as well. So she's like giving way. She was like staying away and stuff. So, yeah.
Kawawa si Rio, to be honest.
Yeah. I feel bad. I do feel bad for her.
Kasi she was
Parang,
the first one who liked
yeah.
him, didn't she?
I mean, in the anime, nothing happened with Kyo either way. So, like, it's fine. But, like, in the game, it's like
Well,
she got the short end of the stick.
they can't really do anything kasi it's Nagisa.
Yeah.
Nagisa's the main girl.
Yeah.
Even though they keep forgetting about it, Nagisa's still the main girl.
kahit na sinasantabi nila si Nagisa, Nagisa's still the main girl.
We remember.
We're the Nagisa shooters. Anyway, do you guys have anything to say?
Honestly, all I really remember with the twins is how much, as my note says, Tsundere Purple Girl gets on my nerves.
Tsundere
Yeah, she's like
purple girl.
so pushy.
Yeah, Tsundere Purple Girl.
It's just
so
their color and their stereotype.
so we basically have Star Girl, Blondie Guy, and Tsundere Purple Girl.
Insect girl as well.
Oh yeah, and insect. my my notes. In a nutshell.
Genius girl. We have a genius girl.
Pero yeah, she annoyed me until the end, to be honest. She was like pissing me off a bit. Kasi I get it, she's a tsundere. It's what tsundere do.
Yeah.
They do that. Pero kasi I don't really like tsundere characters that much.
Same.
So
It's very rare that tsundere characters are likable.
yeah. And siguro magiging likable yung tsundere if they're the main characters.
Mm.
Pero kasi
That's true.
most of the time it just gets on my fucking nerves.
I would admit though, if this was like years ago, I
Yeah.
probably would have eaten up the tsundere trope.
Really? You like
Because
tsundere?
yeah, back then, like the Wattpad era,
Oh, really?
if you know what I mean. If you know what I mean.
We all went through a Wattpad era.
Yeah,
We
if
know
you
the
had
shame in it.
yes, if you had a Wattpad era, you know what I'm talking about.
No, I don't.
Sure.
Okay, Bree, sure, Bree, whatever you say, Bree.
Did have a... What's Wattpad?
Fuck you.
She only knows fanfiction.net.
Oh, you know what's ironic about this? I've never went through fanfiction.net.
I did accidentally. Kay knows the story. I read the story without knowing it was fanfic.
I just
And you ate it up.
Kwento ko mamaya. Anyway,
I feel like out of all of the girls, they're the ones that... Kasi si Fuko, madami pa tayong masasabi. Si Kokomi din. Alam mo, for some reason,
Kotomi.
Kotomi. Oh, you know what I was just about to say? Kasi, for some reason, Komito yung pumasok sa isip ko. And then it was Komiko. And then I was like, wait, who? Kokomi? And then Kotomi. Which is really weird kasi kakausap lang natin about Kokomi. And then, ay, Kotomi! I keep saying Kokomi! Kotomi! Kaka-mention lang natin,
Like, bro, we're not playing Genshin right now. Why are you talking about Kokomi?
I don't know. My brain's like floating.
Well, Kokomi is in the current event right now, so maybe that's why.
Probably.
Oh yeah, she is. I forgot about that.
Kinakalimutan niya si Kokomi from Genshin, but she remembers it when we're talking about Clannad.
I don't know why.
Make up your mind, bro.
Anyways, so yun nga, si Kotomi and si Fuko, at we have a lot to say about them kasi, in a way, their arc was very solidified.
And ano din, they're more multidimensional than the twins. I
Yeah.
find.
The twins, kasi parang fleeting lang yung, I don't think we
It was
even...
actually very quick. Like, I barely remember any significant moment.
Yeah, it's just
with
very
their arc.
fleeting, to be honest. Ano
Yeah.
lang siya, parang dumaan lang.
Yeah.
Nagkaroon lang ng conflict yung twins, and then
Yeah.
umiyak na sila, and then tapos na.
Pati na sila.
That's why it feels fan servicey because it's
Yeah.
giving this like, oh, I got both sisters. Both
Yeah.
sisters, gano'n.
Eh, di ba minsan, di ba parang may fetish din with like twins and stuff most of the time?
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh, I got 2 in 1 or whatever.
Yeah.
Package deal. Sale ba yun?
Oh my god, it reminded me of those... Sorry, this is very off topic, but do you
Okay.
guys know about the twins that married twins, and then they're living together, and then they got
Yeah, yeah.
pregnant at the same time? So
Yeah.
their
I
children are
remember
like...
a historical family years ago. Like decades. Like, ano pa, sepia pa yung camera.
Yeah.
I remember may ganong incident.
Sepia.
No, this is modern.
Oh,
May
Yeah,
kulay na
modern
yung picture. May kulay na yung picture.
I know what you're talking about. It's the girl twins that are obsessed with doing everything together.
Yeah, they're the blondes, right? We're talking
Yeah,
about the
yeah.
same
I
thing.
don't know
Yeah.
the story.
Yeah, basically they're twins and they married twins as well.
Okay.
And then they were living together. Like all four of them are living together. And they got pregnant at the same time. So they conceived the child, like the children like very close to each other. And from what I know, genetically speaking, the children could be siblings kasi 'di ba twins are parang yung genetics nila are very close to each other. And since they married another set of twins,
Yeah.
parang their
Their
genetics,
siblings are
parang
also siblings. Parang,
Mm.
their kids are also siblings.
parang ganon. Yun
Yeah.
yung ano. And it's parang ang story nun is that the twins like to do everything together. They've
Oh,
gotten used to doing everything together. So it's not like weird for them to get married and like have children and stuff
with
like
another
doing.
set of twins.
Yeah, which is very weird. And some comments were like saying, "Oh, so how do they how do they know whose husband is who though?" You know the internet and their weird
And then
comments.
imagine, I don't know, are there, yung kids ba nila twins din or
Oh no
single?
no no, just single.
Single. But they look alike.
Yeah.
So imagine if those magpinsan or magkapatid or whatever married another set of twins.
Oh my
The
god, they're
cycle
just
just
like
goes.
they
The
just want.
cycle continues.
I feel is that their like their family
Tradition.
ancestry or
Alam
tradition
mo
or
yung parang ano siya, parang ano sila, nagmamitosis tapos nagba-binary fission.
um well, spoiler alert in the game. Rio and Kyo didn't do that, so we're good.
Thank God.
They didn't go the weird route.
Yeah. Thank God.
Tangina mo yan. But anyway, as I was saying, another thing then is may backstory yung ibang girls with their
Mm.
lives, their childhood or whatever.
Mm,
Yung twins kasi parang wala. Or at least I don't remember if they did. I
they
don't
We
think
don't.
they did.
we we didn't get a moment to get to know the twins better.
Yeah. Parang
We just
sobrang
know
ano,
their
the please
dynamics.
lang. The please
Mm.
lang yung ano nila, yung arc nila. Is it even an arc? If it's like barely fleshed out.
If we're complaining about Nagisa just like barely having scenes, the twins are worse to be honest. Which I'm not complaining about really
Are
cuz
you
I don't
complaining or are you not complaining?
I'm not complaining about it
Okay.
cuz the twins frankly I don't really care much about them.
I
so
only care about Nagisa.
so like even if they didn't get an arc or like a focus,
It doesn't
it's
really
yeah,
matter.
I'm fine with it. They
Yeah.
should just do it like that, to be honest.
Yeah.
So,
Kasi I would say though, with Kotomi, I think I'm okay with Kotomi. Maybe shorten it a little bit, pero may significance kasi siya sa buhay ni Tomoya.
Mhm.
Right? Because they were childhood friends.
yeah.
So I think it's okay if her story is like a bit more fleshed out and like she's lore relevant. Like the
Mm.
universe is like explained through her. Pero ito kasing twins, parang wala naman silang significance. Why? They're just there.
At they got their moment, they cried. Let's move on. Basically, is what happened to them. Need lang nila umiyak together in a
Tapos
public
bati na
setting.
sila. Okay na sila. Di na sila in love kay ano, Char.
Trauma bonding nila na hindi sila pinili.
Oh my God. Holy shit.
Roadmap.
Hi! So, this is a roadmap with Brie, and it's the cliche trope of when this person is jealous over their partner's close person, and then they find out that it's actually a fucking relative. And you see this in a lot of stories. Like, they're going to assume immediately that this person is a crush or an ex or someone that they're cheating on or something. It's always like that. And then the
Yeah, or
jealousy and
someone they're dating or whatever.
yeah, and then there's misunderstandings, and then there's
Yeah.
jealousy, and then they find out it's the sister or it's a cousin. Especially the siblings one. Like sometimes obvious yung siblings na siblings sila. But of course, they have to have the misunderstanding. So it
Yeah, so
just
kailangan talaga lagi may tatanga-tanga.
It
basically.
That
actually
makes the
happens
story
in real life
interesting.
as well. There are people like that.
Pero like
Huh?
the
Yeah, there are people like that.
I haven't met someone in real thank God, but I haven't met someone in real life like
Same.
that. But I have read a lot of stories that
And there's
has
a
that
lot of
same.
shows then na may
Yeah,
ganon.
right? Parang I don't know, maybe it's just my logical brain speaking, but like do you really have to assume that everybody is out to be with this person that you're
Like,
with?
di naman siya ganun kagwapo. Like, don't put them on a pedestal. Just kidding.
I mean, if it's a fictional character, then yeah, they are very.
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
So I understand.
If it's in 2D, if it's in 2D, I understand.
I
If it's a
understand.
real human being, I do not understand.
So, yun lang naman. I think it also like touches upon the misunderstanding trope. I really don't like the misunderstanding tropes at all.
Same.
It's
People
It's
don't know how to
annoying.
talk.
yeah, right? Like
Yeah.
but I
Like I
get
do
what
admit,
yeah.
sorry, I do admit like before, like I do like that kind of trope because like drama whatever. But like I was young, and then when I got older, I'm like, please just talk to each other.
I mean,
Just
I get it. The story will finish if they talk, but like
that's true.
may meron kasing mga misunderstanding tropes na ang stupid na talaga. Meron
Uh-uh.
kasi nung iba na
Yeah.
parang it makes sense na they don't know how to talk
Yes.
about it or something like that. Like
Yes.
that's fine or like it makes
Or
sense
it
if
makes sense yung misunderstanding, it makes sense kung bakit na misunderstand yung whatever
yeah,
it is.
pero meron kasi yung iba na ang stupid lang talaga. Ang stupid.
Like it will be resolved if the character just sits down and think. They
yeah,
don't even have to talk. They just have to think. Like I remember I read this one fic once. It seemed good at first. And then the conflict started and every single conflict was petty. It was childish, it was immature, legit as in walang sense yung misunderstanding, and the conflict will get resolved if they just thought. Like they just use their brains. Alam mo yun?
even if parang minsan gusto mo na lang pumasok sa world tas untugin
Yeah.
sila ganyan.
Yeah.
Medyo syunga. So,
Like please pay attention.
medyo may brain tayo for a reason.
Amen.
So, ayun lang naman for my roadmap. The jealousy, jealousy. Thank you.
Roadmap.
Roadmap.
Okay, so move on na ba tayo, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, si Tomoyo, the crowd favorite.
You know what? Isa lang yung note ko sa kanya, which is really weird because I really love the OVA. Pero sabi ko, actually na-mention ko na siya sa last episode. Tomoya
Ah,
really ran for president for trees instead of the school.
The
never
trees.
kong, never kong makakalimutan yon. Yung puno
to
na
be
yon.
fair though, it's related to her brother.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
but
like,
trees.
but trees? You're really going to do all of that work for trees?
This is making us sound like we hate the environment. We love the environment. It's just
I
that,
mean, we she could have just planted trees somewhere.
yeah.
Why does she have to run for presidency?
Honestly though, in terms of temperature, I mean it's Japan, so it's
Yeah.
different. But like in the Philippines, I remember I wish someone did this for our school back in elementary. Kasi yung elementary school ko nun, parang meron silang parang additional plot where they had a basketball court. Parang lupa din nila, pero it's like like a minute walk away. So hindi siya continuous campus. It's like separated. And I remember when I was like in grade 1 or grade 2, mapuno siya, maraming bamboo trees. Specifically the bamboo trees, parang makakapal yung kumpol niya. And it was like really nice to stay there kasi presko. When I was in fourth grade probably, they cut it down. So ang init. Sobrang init. And I
Schools
really
have that
wish,
thing where they cut down trees just to build another building.
yeah, they did build another building. When I finished grade school, tapos nag-transfer na ako, nag-build sila ng high school building. And ang
Then
init.
you should have ran for presidency then.
I was
Save the
in grade
trees!
school! Bro, I was in grade school.
No,
Walang
you
student council ang grade school?
No.
oh really?
Oh,
I only encountered student council in high
high
school
school?
na. Tapos ang nalala ko
Oh.
nung grade school kami, yung nag-RTR sa amin, room to room, is high school students. We can vote for our officers, pero yung officers namin high school.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was an
Boo.
officer in grade school.
No,
Same.
meron kaming classroom officers. Yes, meron. Parang pero classroom lang. Pero like as in student council,
Yeah.
it's high schoolers.
Well, in my school, it's divided. So, like, there's a student council for grade school and student council for high school. The high school
Oh.
students still oversee everything. So, parang under pa rin ng... Pero may president, vice president, and all of that sa grade school student council namin.
Okay. Yung may president lang sa amin is classroom tsaka yung clubs.
Then, you should have put petition.
Parang, so I will be combined Nagisa and Tomoyo, basically.
Yeah.
Petitioning for a thing to exist that does
Yeah.
not exist and
For
running
trees.
for president for trees. But yeah, I wish someone did that though. Kasi we were dying for like a few years. Kasi nawala ng puno. Ay, pas ano pa, ang nakakabisit pa. I mean, I don't know now kung nag-expand sila. Pero I remember, ang laki ng lupa. Kasi ang laki niya. Tapos yung pinatayo nilang building, it's just enough for like 4 years. That's it. It's like a tiny building. Like, it's smaller than one wing of our college.
Oh my god.
Like, it's tiny.
And they
Tapos ang
couldn't
laki
plant
nung...
trees?
Yeah, pinutol nila lahat ng puno. Even on the spaces na walang nakatayong building. So I'm like, what the
Maybe
fuck?
they had a plan. And while doing the plan, they realized
Wala silang
they
budget.
can't do the plan.
The sad thing is, when I last visited it, nung high school ako, paunti ng paunti yung students nila.
Oh, that's
Kasi
what happened to
mainit.
my grade school and high school. Kasi same lang yung grade school and high school ko. So, that's what's happening right now. Pag-graduate namin ng high school, as in, konti na lang talaga sila doon.
I remember yung isang kindergarten class, lililuman lang yung students. And I remember when I was in kinder and I was in that classroom, there were like 20 of us in one class. So I'm like, tapos pag pinuntahan mo yung ibang classroom, alam mo yung ang weird nung ginawa nila kasi they renovated it. But they renovated it in a way na mas sumikip yung school. Yeah. Parang some classrooms became smaller, some passageways became narrower. Tapos you had to go through these like weird passageways to get to like another part of the school. Like, it's so weird. Yun yung nalala ko, yung huli akong pumunta doon. Though it's possible na I was taller, so it felt like everything was smaller. Because I was a tiny little child when I last went there. Tapos I came back in high school just to visit. But yeah, it felt like... I do remember may mga rooms na hindi nag-exist before. May mga rooms na lumiit. Nalala ko yun. Kasi nakat siya. So, yeah, that the school went bad, to be honest. But they're still operating to this day.
Good
Which
for
is interesting. Like, good for them. Okay, but like, please improve the school.
Please
It was
have
so
trees.
bad. Please have trees. Please plant trees. Bring back the bamboo trees. Anyway, Yohei, the blondie guy.
Blondie guy. Ay, madami ako na.
Ay, ayan, maraming comments si si Brie.
Blondie dude is pissing me off. That's parang laging nickname pisses me off. Pero honestly, he does piss me off. I think we've established that
He pissed us all off.
I feel like yung mga scenes where he's just getting beaten up is the most satisfying ones. Pero the only time na I actually agreed to what he was saying was that time with yung they were fighting over the advisor, the class advisor, the class club advisor. teacher thing with
Yeah.
the music club. Was it a music club or some jazz club or whatever?
No, it's music
Music.
club, not
Yeah.
jazz. Yeah.
He made sense na you shouldn't really get special treatment because of a sympathy card. But
Yeah, I
they
remember that
should
scene.
have argued, parang instead of like saying na you have to like give him to us kasi ganto ganto ganyan si ano si girly si quadruplet. Pero I feel like matatalo sila Nagisa if they should have if they just argued na we got the advisor first, so why are we giving him to you?
Yeah.
That's simple. Like that's the
Yeah.
simplest argument that you can
Pero
come up
nag-ano
with.
sila eh, nag-excuse pa sila ng sympathy thing.
Yeah,
Ng sob
nagdrama-drama pa
story.
sila.
So
So,
like,
nawala
like,
yung ano, nawala yung parang gusto
logic
mo,
nila.
oo, na tama naman sila na dapat hindi, bakit pinipilit nila Nagisa yung advisor. They made sense. Pero nawala yung ano ko sa kanila, yung vote ko sa kanila. Parang sabi, parang while that was happening, I was like, yeah, just give Nagisa the advisor. Fuck this
Yeah.
shit. What are
Yeah.
you talking about?
Like, that was the first time Sunohara actually made sense.
Where he uses his brain for
Yeah.
once. And then
And I
after
think,
that, we've never seen it again.
though, to be
I mean,
honest,
in the
let's
OVA, he wasn't as annoying.
Yeah, that's true.
Though to be honest, let's be real here. Yung motivation ni Yohei here is gusto niya kasi maging part nung club kasi nandun yung mga girls. Yun yung main motivation niya. Although he does care for Nagisa, yun yung main motivation niya.
Oh yeah. Pero, he still made sense for that. I'm giving him that. Yun lang. Yung scene lang na yun. Yung scene na where, ano, where he started shouting at that girl.
Yeah.
Yun. Dun
Yeah,
lang
yeah, yeah.
ako, ano sa
Like,
kanya.
yes, yes, Yohei.
Pero after nun, parang, okay, balik na tayo sa you piss me off. Nothing's
But like,
gonna change that fact that you piss me
his
off.
personality is so shitty though. Like, all he wants is like women, women, women. But like, women hate him. And he kept bothering Tomoyo. Like, the girl is just trying to do her school thing. She's just trying to save the trees. Leave her alone.
Ang ano niya pa, parang ang cocky niya pa na, no, tawag dito, he was like saying na, oh, Tomoy is not a girl because of the strength and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
it hurt his pride that much na he got beaten up by a girl.
Yeah.
Na he kept saying na, she's not a girl. And it was so satisfying when he gets beaten up over and over again
Yeah.
by that same girl. And it's really funny when Tomoya joins in with the beating combo.
Remember yung pinag-volleyball nila si Shinohara? Sorry.
That was the most satisfying thing I've ever seen.
Like, we don't stand for bullying, okay? We don't stand for bullying.
Unless it's Sunohara.
Unless it's
Yes,
Sunahara.
because Sunohara is the one who's trying to be the bully. It's just that he's failing miserably. So he deserves it.
I
He's-
tuned him out, so I don't remember much of him.
And ano na talaga, like, every time na kinukulit niya si Tomoyo, I'm like, I'm tired of this shit. Like, just shut the fuck up. Pero I am very much entertained every time Tomoyo just punches him. Like, yes, girl. Yes, girl. This is why I like you.
Actually, parang si Tomoyo.
Yes.
Si
Tomoyo is
Tomoyo
the
yung...
girl.
Dun ah.
Oo. Kasi baka makokumina naman ako eh. Si Tomoyo yung... If we don't have Nagisa, yeah, I could go for Tomoyo.
Yes. I mean, we all liked her OVA.
Yeah.
So,
Even though it was
right?
sad.
Ang painful.
Yeah.
Hindi
Like,
ko alam kung
honestly,
bakit nila kailangan
'cause-
gawing painful yun.
because I already understand, right, na the OVA is just an alternate universe. So I honestly wouldn't mind a happy ending for them. I'm not gonna lie. But, yeah, it's just...
Well, they did.
Oh, yeah, they did end up together, right?
Yeah.
Yun yung after nila graduate.
I think Tomoya. Tomoya graduated. Kasi, di ba, kohay niya si Tomoyo.
Right, she's a year younger.
Yeah.
Right. Anyway, yes. Best scenes so far. is pag nabubugbog si Sunohara. It's such a nice break from all the frustrations.
That's the only scenes I remember of Sunohara.
Actually, me too. Except for
Wait,
that scene yung
seryoso?
yung inaway niya nga yung other club
Yung
members.
gang.
Yung
Ah,
music
sorry. Akala ko yung gang fight ni Tomoyo.
gang fight?
May gang fight siya. Di ba meron siya yung she's from a different school, so those guys were like following her or something. Tapos they picked a fight with her in the school grounds.
Ah,
That's why Tomoyo became a notorious popular girl. Kasi she beat everyone up.
I remember now. See, I don't remember
Yeah.
Sunohara scenes.
And like, if you remember, di ba yun yung kinoment ko na kapag gangster, lagi na lang yung parang hotdog yung buhok.
Yeah, kasi
Hot dog.
Yeah.
that's literally a thing in Japan.
Hotdog naman, di ba?
Pompadour. Hot dog.
What?
Hotdog tawag ko doon.
Called pompadours.
Pompadour.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Me too. All I knew is it was hot dog hair. The very first time I encountered hot dog hair was, I think, in One Piece. Was it One Piece? Right?
Oh,
There was a hot dog dude there, right?
hot dog, dude. I feel like you're going to get dragged every which way on
I'm so
Twitter.
sorry. Because I
We're
don't
not with her.
Yeah,
I
we
don't
don't
know
know
what
who.
it's called.
I
How do
don't.
you want me to explain it?
Hot
Hot
dog,
dog.
dude. Okay. Sure. We don't know her. We're not associated with her in any way.
She's a guest in this episode.
Hack yun yung lahat. Birthday ko kahapon.
Don't associate sidetracked with her. We don't know her.
Mga bastos.
Say that to your hot dog dude from One Piece.
Okay, move on na tayo, please.
Roadmap.
Hi! Welcome to another roadmap. So this time, pag-uusapan natin yung laging ginagawa ng Philippine television na blackface when they're trying to portray an evil sibling or an evil twin. I'm sure listeners can think of several shows specifically in one network. Let's not name drop, but one specific network does this a lot or has done it a lot. Na every time merong kambal, lalo na kapag kambal, tapos evil yung isang kambal, or it's like a shadowy twin kapag fantasy
Mhm.
yung theme, laging
Shadowy.
naka-blackface. Yeah, meron yun. Nalala ko, like, there was
Just
this,
say the title at this point.
I mean, no, no, no. The title na I can think of, it's not that. Hindi siya yung shadowy fantasy-ish. I forgot the title actually. Pero basta yung story niya is, kambal sila, tapos yung kakambal niya is anino. And then every time na parang yung buwan yata, full moon or something, nagiging human being yung anino, tapos maitim yung kutis niya. Yun yung naalala ko eh. At least, yun yung pagkakaalala ko. I could be wrong. I could be mixing several different shows into one, which just
No, no, you're
attests
right.
to the fact. Oh, I
You're
was right.
right.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, kasi I was saying, if I'm just accidentally combining different shows, it just attests to the fact na this network has done it so many times. Na I'm just mix matching everything. But
It's the
basically, yeah.
colorism in our country.
It
Yeah, it's
is.
the colorism, it's the racism, it's the blackface, and it's so funny to see. And they're so fucking ugly. That's the thing. Like, why are you darkening your skin like that? Like, bro, stop.
Most of the time
Tapos
pa,
laging
the actor is like, of course,
pale
fits the
white.
the beauty
Yeah.
standard,
Yeah.
Eurocentric.
Exactly. Like, lagi silang mestiza or chinita. Yung laging ganun yung itsura nila. Tapos, kapag yung evil counterpart nila yung lalabas, it's always like in blackface. And if they're not doing blackface, maitim yung kutis. I remember there was this show, I forgot the title, pero it's, yung main character was Jillian Ward when she was very young.
Tapos meron siyang supposedly kakambal niya. Hindi ko maalala yung name nung kakambal niya. Kasi she didn't really have a lot of projects after that one show. Pero ang story is, mahirap sila, tas magkakambal sila, and then parang Jillian Ward is like more loved and became more successful. And then the darker skinned sibling na hindi naman naka-blackface, pero kulot yung buhok niya, tas morena siya. Siya yung kawawa.
Oh, you're
Like,
talking
it's
about the
always like
same
that.
you're talking about the same show
Oh,
as
really? Am
as the one.
I?
Yeah, it's the last. Yes.
Oh,
There's
oh
another
my
one
gosh.
na I don't know if this is considered blackface because I don't remember the show that much,
Yeah,
but there's another one na the other twin fits the Eurocentric beauty standards and the other one
yeah,
fits like the usual Filipino beauty, and yet
yeah.
she's called ugly just because
Yeah,
she
kasi
doesn't have Eurocentric
morena
features.
or
Yeah.
something. Yeah, it's so annoying. And before, obviously, when I was younger, I didn't really understand like the implications of that type of depiction, right? Or storytelling. I didn't understand because I was young. I was a kid. Like, what do I know? But as when I grew up and I think back on those shows, I'm like, that's really weird. Why did they do that?
Honestly though, like adding, it's not just like yung evil sibling lang.
Yeah,
It's also when the other, parang for twins kunyari, the poor twin
it's darker.
yung is
Yeah,
darker, and then yung
yeah.
rich.
Is laging Tisay or mestiza. And it's so annoying. And that kind of contributed to my complex before na I hated my skin because I'm morena. And I
Mm.
hated my skin. And I mean, add the fact din na yung family members ko, they also preferred lighter skin. Hence, they always praise my younger siblings' skin because they're like pale white. Pale white. They're like milky. So, yeah. But though now I don't really care, pero yeah, that's not good.
It's
It's
very
not
common
healthy.
in it's very common in Filipino families. I've
Yeah.
had that before.
Yeah. And then it's perpetuated in the media then. So wala lang.
Mhm.
Though I haven't really seen it happen now in like modern shows, but yeah,
Yeah, because Gen Zs will eat them out.
exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my roadmap for today. It's disgusting.
Roadmap.
Roadmap.
Okay, so let's move on to the lore. The girl in the dream world and the robot.
I mentioned this while we were watching. I have a theory, but I can't share the theory because it's very spoilery. But I do have a theory, and
Mm-hmm.
I'll share it once we get to that part in after story. Cause I
You
once
did you did explain it though, because I have a list of notes here.
I mentioned na I got to that point because in episode 10 they were talking, the robot was talking about being from another world or distant future. I told you
Mm-hmm.
guys to note that down. So
Mm-hmm.
my theory is somehow related to that. And again, as I've mentioned, I do know spoilers from After Story, so my theory is very dependent on what I know from After Story. But
Mm-hmm.
disclaimer, I do not know the progression of After Story. I only know the details, like the biggest details of After Story and the ending, but I don't know how they'll get to that ending. So I
Yeah.
still have a point in having this
Do you
theory.
wanna explain at least yung points? Kasi on my notes, kasi I noted it down for you, right?
Yeah.
Kasi ito yung theory mo. You have 3 notes here.
Oh,
Three
really?
bullet points.
I only
Yes,
have
three
two in
bullet
mine.
points. There's three here.
Yeah?
Do you want me to tell you?
Yeah, sure.
First one,
Sinabi mo actually kung ano yung theory mo.
yeah,
Kasi I have it
minention
in
mo
my
siya.
notes.
Yeah, me
Oh,
too.
wait.
So,
Wait. I can say it because Lila spoiled it
Yeah,
in the
she
episode.
already spoiled it.
yeah, and like, you already mentioned this like before. So,
Oh,
basically, yung significance of the robot, you have 3 points there.
okay.
So, nabanggit mo na yung isa, it's from another world in a distant future. Second point,
Mm-hmm.
the robot is something the girl created. Therefore, it's probably Tomoya and Nagisa's child.
Okay.
Mm.
You mentioned those.
Okay, so why am I trying
So,
to tiptoe?
yeah, why are you hiding it? You already said it.
So basically, I think the girl is Nagisa and Tomoya's child. I don't know how it happens, but I feel like she is. And I hope to see that get answered in after story, because we had the robot and the girl scenes in like the first parts of the episode, but we didn't explore it in season 1, so I hope to see that more fleshed out in after story.
So ang note ko lang with the robot and the girl, I remember being so confused about it kasi Nagisa was like, alam mo yung ini-emphasize niya na I know the story, nobody else knows, ganyan ganyan. Tapos, saan na yun? Hala, nawala. um, Pinifigure out ko siya, what it's about. And I don't know, I haven't watched Clannad at all because I'm not the type to watch shoujo.
Mm,
So, nung ni-reveal na it's a story that Nagisa has read before, it felt underwhelming until Brie brought up na ito yung theory niya na that makes sense. Because if it's just a story that Nagisa knows, it's overwhelming. Underwhelming.
underwhelming.
Though
Lalo na yung fact na they have their own scenes.
it was ano though. If you guys remember yung ano, that part where Tomoya and Akio were in the shed
Yeah.
Mm.
looking for the storybook.
Pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah. Storybook.
No, they
Yeah.
were looking for the storybook and then they happened upon the pictures.
Mm,
Yeah.
That's where Nagisa's story was revealed to Tomoya.
mm,
But I'm pretty sure they were looking for that book. And then Akio said, I really don't remember us buying this particular story. So it's possible na it's only something Nagisa knows.
Mm.
mm.
Parang dun siya na ano. So it's, I think at that point it was like established na it's not really a storybook.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we still don't have much information about the girl and the robot. So
Yeah.
hopefully we get those answers in the near future.
Yeah.
I remembered a detail. It's just another praise for the Furukawa parents.
Mm,
Um, Now, I forgot to mention this in the previous episode, but I think another marker of how good Akio and Sanae are as parents to Nagisa is when they when we found out that they gave up everything for Nagisa because they needed Nagisa to
Mm.
live. Kasi 'di ba before when they were still working, they were working so much na they ended up neglecting Nagisa. And so
mm,
when she got sick and she almost died, the parents were like really scared to
mm.
lose her, so they decided to quit their jobs. I believe Sanai was a teacher, and then Akio
Yes.
was the theater guy. Because we mentioned that he's a theater guy in the previous episode, but we didn't really elaborate on how we found out.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Nagisa's a miracle child, isn't she?
I don't remember.
Oh.
Yeah, same. I don't remember.
I don't
Okay, maybe
remember that either.
I'm remembering a different story.
Which is
Okay,
very
moving on.
possible for you because you know a lot of stories.
Yeah. Medyo
But
nako-confuse na rin ako.
yeah, they quit everything because they realized na they haven't really been spending time with her, and now that she's kind of like chronically ill, they need to be there for her. That's why they have the bakery na pangit yung mga inventions ni Sanay. Kaya siya lagi umiiyak.
And what I like about it is that they they're not forced to do so. Parang they don't have any parang deep what's the word? What's the word? What's the word? Deep uh deep
Deep.
Deep.
Rolling in the deep.
parang hindi siya regrets eh, pero parang sama ng loob.
Resentment.
Resentment. So, what I like about the parents is that they don't have any deep resentment towards their child. Na it's not that they were forced to do so; they chose to do so.
Yeah.
And they stand by that choice and
Yeah.
they're happy with that choice.
Yeah.
They don't have any
And like,
regrets. Maybe they do miss being a teacher, but that's why Sana's mom, she's like doing the tutoring thing with the
yes.
children, right, in their home.
Yes.
And then the dad, he's like
He does role play. He role plays.
he's very dramatic in a normal basis. So I doubt he Pero ayun nga, parang they're still very happy with what they
Yeah.
chose, and on even years later, they're still they still abide by that choice.
Yes.
It's
And
just
like,
that they don't tell Nagisa about it
yeah.
because they know that she'll feel guilty about it,
Yeah.
but it's not that because they feel na they were forced to do so.
But because that's just Nagisa's personality.
Mm,
And like, it's clear then another indication then na they didn't feel like it's forced is because they are fully aware na yung bakery nila, it's not really earning as much as they did when they had day jobs.
Mhm.
yeah.
And so that's not really a factor for them. Kasi diba most of the time, not always, but like most of the time, parents have some kind of resentment, if not to their child, just to life in general, where they're like, because of these medical issues, I have to give up my dream job, or like I have to give up a job that's like paying me well just so I can take care of my kid.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And you don't really see that from the parents.
Mm,
Na they are aware of like how it's gonna affect their finances. They just really want to be there for Nagisa because they realize na them not being around is probably stressing Nagisa out and is like affecting her health. Like she almost died. They just wanna spend time with Nagisa and they just wanna like basically live in the moment because they could lose Nagisa anytime.
Mm.
And
mm.
like that really gave me so much appreciation then for the parents apart from them being so good with Tomoya.
And I think that's what makes them really good parents is that you can feel the unconditional love that
Mm.
people usually mention when it comes to parents, because you hear that a lot, like parents would do everything for their
Yeah.
children, their unconditional love and everything. But even if you said that, it's not like all of these parents show
Are
it.
actually doing that. Because
Yeah.
most of the time, they do have conditions. I will respect you if you have good grades. I will respect
Mm.
you if you're obedient and you don't question me.
Mm.
But the moment the kid questions, you're done. Like they're done with you. And most of the time, not always, most of the time that's like the setup, right?
Or minsan sinusumbat.
Yes. So like
Mm.
it makes you question if it's really unconditional love. And here with the parents, like you really see that it can be possible
Yeah, and
to
they
love
just
with no
really
questions
want
asked.
Nagisa to be happy.
Yeah. Another thing that really broke my heart then was when they stopped seeing Fuko.
Mm.
Mm.
If you guys remember, right? Like they
Yeah,
could
and
see
Yeah.
Fuko before.
they kind of forgot then.
Yes. That's another thing about their unconditional love na alam mo yung parang si Nagisa yung taga-kolekta ng stray kittens.
Mm.
Tapos pasok mo siya ng pasok. I mean, nakita
Mm.
kong pusa ulit. So parang si Tomoya tsaka si Fuko yung pusa. So parang pinapunta niya si Fuko sa kanila at doon niya pinatulog kasi nga 'di ba they found out na Fuko just stays in the school.
Mm.
And then the parents were like, okay, no questions asked. I mean, they did have to lie about her name, but it was really sad when Sanay realized that parang, I think I'm forgetting something very important. And then they mentioned, Fuko's right here. And then she's like, Fuko, how are you? How have you been? Ganyan, ganyan, ganyan. And then she completely misses her. Like she
Mm.
Mm.
was looking to the side of Fuko. And that's when it became clear na people are starting to forget her.
And what's sad for me as well is when Nagisa and Tomoya also forgot Fuko.
Yes.
Though Lila did mention while we were watching that we will meet Fuko again in After Story.
Yeah,
I
you
remember that
mentioned
because
that.
I noted it
Mm.
down.
I had like a very vague memory because I watched Clannad and After Story years ago. Like I think I was
Mm.
still in high school. Pero yung After Story kasi it was like parang putol-putol. Yung panonood ko. So, never ko talaga nakuha yung full story. Same with Clannad. Parang on and off ko siya napanood. All I know was that Fuku's gonna come back. Yun lang yung naalala ko. And I was really confused that time. Like, Fuku's arc in season 1 really confused me. So when I saw her in season 2, I'm like, what happened? Why is she here?
Why are you back?
Like, what the fuck? But yeah, yun lang. I just wanted to circle back to that kasi I forgot to mention that we watched Clannad like long ago, right? Like early
And
2022.
paputol-putol yung ano
Yeah.
natin sa kanya.
Yeah, putol-putol yung panonood natin. So like, I don't remember the details as well. So, pasensya na lang po sa listeners kasi pa ikot-ikot yung discussion namin.
I don't have anything else to say about the robot girl, but I do have a lot of things to say about like the story itself.
Okay.
The cinematography, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, go
Oh,
ahead.
should I say it?
Yeah,
Okay.
kasi
My
I don't
first
think anyone has anything to say about the robot girl rin naman.
The first thing that I want to point out is that I really like the opening where the color seems dull, but when they spoke and they looked at each other, it
Mm.
became very colorful and vibrant all of a sudden, and it's like showing na here here is the start of something new. Start
Something new.
new. Pero, that being said, though, I don't really like the transitions because some the transitions are a bit confusing sometimes because it's very fast. Parang ang jarring ng transitions at times for Clannad. I feel like, parang walang, walang indicator. Parang bigla na lang, okay, next scene. Next scene. Parang ganun.
And it's like,
May
it's been
mga
days.
may mga transitions kasi na ang seamless ng flow na kahit ang fast nung pagkaka-transition to one thing or another. Parang ang seamless lang niya. The way that they executed it. But with Clannad, I feel like it's a bit jarring. So, medyo na-off ako dun. In terms of storytelling though, as medyo ang ang draggy minsan nung randomest plot. So, parang nawawala yung attention mo to the
Yeah.
story. And
Yeah, and
because of that,
they
yeah.
put important lores in very
Yun,
exhausting arcs.
yun yung gusto ko sabihin. Parang because nawawala yung attention mo, nami-miss out mo yung mga details na kailangan mo.
Yeah. Which is what happened with Kotomi.
Yeah. And I just want to say, my last point is, head pats in shoujo, heart. Yun yung ano ko. Yun yung note ko. Head pats in shoujo, heart.
Yes! Amen!
Right? There's just something about the way head pats are being shown.
They
honestly,
like slow
as
burns.
honestly, as someone whose like love language is physical touch, I like headpats. That's another reason why I like headpats in like anime and like stories and stuff.
I'm not even a physical touch person, but like head pats makes me soft.
It's just nice. Alam mo yun, parang, there.
Yeah, there's something about people touching your hair that's just very
Yeah.
soothing
Yeah,
and
I agree.
comforting.
Kaya nga pag may umiiyak, 'di ba sinusuklayan?
Oh yeah, that's true. Nakay lang yan.
Traveling Seer. Hi, this is your traveling seer K. Before I go in with the reading, I just want to give a disclaimer. Tarot is a divination tool. Remember that you choose your own path and you make your own decisions. So for today's reading, I have the cards Star, Wheel of Fortune, and Six of Cups, which is then clarified by Two of Cups. The back of the deck energy is Ten of Wands. From what I've gathered, you have been through a lot of hardships and burden in your life, and you've been carrying a lot on your back. But the tides are turning, and there's good karma on the way. You're just being asked to heal your inner child. It's okay to rest. You should spend time with your friends, especially the people you love and cherish. Okay lang magpahinga. Again, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. You choose your own path and you make your own decisions. Till next time. Traveling Seer.
Okay, so I have a
Okay.
question.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you're playing the game, which route would you go for? We're just thinking na isang route lang pwede. You
And
can't
like,
replay the game.
do you know the backstories?
No.
Because obviously, if you don't know the backstories, you're gonna have to explore it first.
The thing is, right? I don't usually go for girls like Nagisa. Pero
Same.
I think I might try Kotomi because I'm a sucker for childhood friends to lovers trope. I also think maybe Tomoyo
Mm.
because there's something about the whole they're not really talking to each other at first and then they slowly like get together and then they have parang they're very opposite with one another. Their lives are very opposite to one another and like everybody around them are saying that they're not good for each other but they are type of thing. Although
Mm.
I do see Nagisa's potential, so maybe after doing like the other routes, I'd probably do Nagisa's as well. I feel like out of everybody, the only ones that I'm not doing is
The
Sundere,
twins.
Kyo, and Fuko.
Mm,
Mm.
yeah.
But if I need to choose a top one, I'd probably choose either Kotomi or Tomoyo.
I have the same answer as you.
Hmm.
And even like the logic behind it, you've already explained. Like again, part two. What more can I say?
Anyways, so yeah, I feel like I'd probably choose either Tomoyo or Kotomi, depending on the description. Because
Yeah.
they usually have like descriptions for
Okay.
Mm.
characters.
I'm gonna expand on that because again, I have like very similar answer to you.
Mm,
I am also a sucker of yung relationships na they separated and then they came back together.
mm,
I really like that because
Kotomi.
that's what
Yeah,
happened with both of them, right? With Kotomi, childhood
yeah.
friends, they separated and then they
Mm.
got
The
together. And then for
Tomoyo.
yeah, they
The
broke up.
OVA.
They broke up,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
They broke up and then they got together
I got
in the
confused
end.
because the question was if we don't know the backstory.
The thing is, though, if we don't know the backstory, like, how are we gonna? What's the
Like just the
basis?
description, like the
What's the
personality.
description? Oh, personality.
Personality based like how that because they're in descriptions usually in descriptions like these they'll tell you how it
I don't
will
play
go.
harem games
Oh,
though. That's why
I
I
don't
don't
play
know.
harem games either.
Same. We all don't play harem games except for Tears of Themis.
Oh, but I play a lot of reverse harem, I guess. So
Yeah, I'm
maybe I
very
shouldn't
unfamiliar.
really.
Yeah,
I
cause
play
like
a lot of otome games. I should just say that.
oh, kasi the only otome games I've played is Tears of Themis and Mystic Messenger. And like Mystic Messenger, I never finished it. I did one route and then I stopped. So like I don't know.
They basically like say parang how it will go. Like with Thought, right? They
Mm-mm.
explain na Luke is the childhood friend. There
Mm-mm.
is something mysterious about him, type of thing. Why did he
Okay.
come back? Ganon. And then with
Ah.
Artem, he is your senior at work.
Yeah.
He's always helping you out. Ganto, ganyan, ganyan, ganyan. Parang they give like a short description on how it will go. So you kind of see how it
Oh
goes. But like
really?
the
Where
same,
did we
like
see those descriptions? I don't remember those
it's in the
descriptions.
website
I don't
usually.
look at the website.
Usually in website in like game websites they tell
We
you
don't
like
read manuals. We don't read
I
websites.
just go for it.
I'm pretty sure we all went for thought because of Suwabe, but that's another
Yeah.
story. um pero yeah, they usually like say like short descriptions and then you kind of
Ah.
guess how it will go, but like not the actual
The full
details
story.
about it.
Okay then. So
Yeah.
if that's the case, then for Kotomi, it's gonna be like this genius quiet girl staying in the library.
Mm.
Mm.
But it was like she seems familiar, I guess.
Yeah,
Something
yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
Yeah,
And then
yeah, yeah.
with Tomoyo, what's gonna be the description? If that's the case.
Smart
Maybe
girl.
yeah, smart girl
Smart girl,
kohai.
uh,
She's always be
assertive.
yeah, she's very different from you, opposite from you, parang ganun.
Mm. If that's the case, I would probably pick Kotomi then as my top one.
Mm.
Mm.
Because I'm very into those, like, she seems familiar. Where have you seen this person? Well, ganon, ganon.
The
With,
cliche trope.
yeah. With
Mm.
Antomoyo kasi, I mean, knowing the story, it's interesting, right? They
Yeah.
separated and then they got together. Pero, if, yung parang sabi mo nga, parang description, it sounds like very like the usual din. Na parang, it's more common na parang, this girl is out of your league. But you like her.
I like opposite
Opposites
personality
attract.
tropes. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess
So
that's true. I would
that's
say
why. Mm,
Tomoyo is gonna be like my number two. But
mm.
I would say Kotomi is probably gonna be my number one.
I
Just
feel like
based on that.
if we have to choose like the routes and stuff, kasi I'm not sure. Clannad, can you repeat a route? There are some games that you can't repeat routes,
I
kasi.
don't know. I haven't checked.
Teka, titignan
Anyways,
ko yung gameplay.
if we can repeat routes, I'd probably do Kotomi first, and then Tomoyo, and then Nagisa, and then Kyo, and then Fuko.
Oh, like you already know the story. Like you've replayed them. So you're
Ah,
picking like the
parang
ranking.
Kotomi, si Kotomi yung una kong lalaroin, like based on descriptions.
Mm.
And then afterwards, I'd probably go for Tomoyo,
Mm-hmm.
and then Nagisa, and
Mm.
then Kyo, and then Fuko. Even with just the descriptions, if I see Tsundere, I'm putting her down on the list. And then I see Fuko as a child. This child, I'm putting her even more down.
I would say though,
Yeah.
I'm gonna change my answer. Kotomi's still gonna be my number one. Tomoyo's still gonna be a close second. But I feel like, since I'm indecisive, I would want Nagisa to be number one as well. Because I put my brain in that perspective then na parang you only know the description. And I
Mm-mm.
imagined na Nagisa is this girl who's like repeating a grade because she got sick and she has this like whimsical thing about her ganyan, ganyan.
Mm.
That would pique my interest, actually, my
Mm.
curiosity. So I think I would go for either Kotomi or Nagisa first and then Tomoyo.
Ah, okay. So the gameplay, it works like you're playing as Tomoya, right, 'di ba?
Yeah.
Yes.
Tapos you meet Nagisa first, and depending on your choices,
Ah, you will
it will
deviate.
lead you to a route.
Ah, it's
Ah.
butterfly effect instead of like.
Yeah,
Mm. So
Mm.
at least
default
that's what
talaga
I
si
understand.
Nagisa.
Yeah, you meet Nagisa first.
Pero honestly, now that I think about it, if we base on looks, I'd probably go for Tomoyo first.
Yes.
Same.
100%.
Based on
I
looks.
agree.
Yeah.
Just looks, yeah.
Yeah, just looks.
Absolutely.
She checks a lot of things in my type list. So
Tapos ano pa niya yung strong girl vibe niya pa.
yeah,
Yeah,
so
we're all suckers for strong, smart girls.
yeah.
Yes.
And ano, I'm also a sucker for like may coldness
Yeah,
vibe.
parang very
Mm.
stoic,
Mm.
I
Alam niyo
guess.
naman, very stoic ng mga type, yung mga favorite characters ko lagi. I like gaps for some reason. If
Yeah.
may gap,
Gap is,
parang
again,
stoic
paki-explain.
siya.
Gap is like
For
they have,
example,
it's
he's
like this one
stoic.
personality and then they're also like fluffy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Moe gap. Moe
Moe?
cute.
Stop. No. No. No, don't do that again.
I
Do
kind of
not do
Brie,
cringe
that again.
afterwards as
Brie,
well.
remember, I have the recording.
Oh yeah. I'm editing, so
But
Yeah,
I will
but
have the
Lila has the
copy of the
raw.
recording. I have the raw. I can keep the raw.
I'm still editing it though. So ratings, I will start.
Nag-echo ulit.
I- um, so for the plot, I'm giving it a 21 out of 30. I think we've mentioned this multiple times. The plot is confusing the fuck out of me so much. I guess in a way we might get answers in after story. So maybe tumaas yung tataas yung rating ko for plot. But for now, for like first season, it's confusing the heck out of me. And the plot, going to execution, I also give it a 21 out of 30. The way that they executed it, because the plot is confusing, the execution is even more confusing, na nawawala yung attention ko and nawawala na yung details. So I miss a lot of like the small details. And I know it's a video game. I know it's a reverse harem. We have a lot of girls. I get it. But the main girl herself, we don't really feel her presence sometimes. So I feel like that I should dock a point from the execution because of that. If we just had sprinkles, again sprinkles until the very end, hindi yung one scoop lang, then I might have added more, but for now it's just 21. Animation, I'm giving it a 14 out of 20. It's an old anime. I get it. It's not the best animation. Obviously, we have like better animations out there, and syempre mag-improve yan as time goes by. But that being said, for an old anime, I don't think the animation's that terrible. I've seen worse. So that's why I'm giving it 14. It's not high, but it's also not low. May times lang na medyo off lang yung animation for me, pero it's not that noticeable naman na it's affecting the quality of like my watching. For acting, I'm giving it a 13.5. And technically in the raw score, this is 9 out of 10. But percentage wise, it's 13.5 out of 15. And it's mostly because ang taas niya because of Nakamura. I've mentioned his voice acting. But for the other characters, honestly, I don't feel the difference sometimes between like who's talking.
So basically, magkakamukha na sila, magkakaboses pa sila.
Yeah, so medyo I can't differentiate, and I love voice acting so much. So um in a way I do know how to differentiate voices, pero I don't know, for this anime maybe I'm just nitpicky, but I don't really feel the difference sometimes. Okay, it's still high. And going back to that same girl appearance thing, that's also of the reasons why my animation's a bit low, because they all look the same. I get it, it's character design, it's not the animation team's fault anymore, because they do follow a game. I get it, but like it's sometimes confusing, especially if you don't know their names at first. You're like, who's
Who's
sino
this
to?
purple girl?
And who's
Which
this
purple
purple
girl
girl?
is this?
And like like the three purple haired girls have long hair. Si Rio lang yung short hair, so medyo
Yeah.
na-differentiate ko pa siya na ito
Yeah.
si Rio kasi short hair siya.
Yeah. Eh, siya lang yung may short hair, right? Siya lang.
Yeah. They all have long hair for some reason.
Lalo na
Um
si Kyo and Tomoyo.
Right? Mas mukha silang twins kesa kay Rio and
Yes.
Kyo
Yes.
sometimes. Especially if when they're like together.
Yeah.
And then for my soundtrack, I'm giving it a 5 out of 5. I don't have any complaints. I love the Dango song. It's very nostalgic for Lila. It's not nostalgic for me, but it feels nostalgic. Just the feeling. I feel the vibes of the nostalgia. And I don't know, there's just something very simple about the song na parang it brings you back to childhood for some reason, even though
Mhm.
Clannad's really not my childhood. But it has that vibe, so I really
Yeah.
like it.
Like you like they did the song so well na you got the
Mm.
feeling.
And I like the church song.
Oh,
The
right.
gospel
That's
song.
a
The
thing.
gospel song. Yeah, so I like the gospel song. Contributed to my score. So overall,
Religyosa ka pala eh.
kaya nga, hindi ko alam. So, my rating is 74.5%.
Okay, so for my rating, I gave the plot 22 out of 30. The plot has potential. I really like it. It's just that the execution, which I gave 18 out of 30, is not that great. During the first few episodes, I felt very confused. And yun na nga sinabi ko na when we realized that it was a game, it was from a video game, I just kind of let it go, let it happen. Okay, diyan kayo masaya, sure. And the animation, I give it 16 out of 20. It is an old animation, hence the design and stuff. But the overall vibe of Clannad itself gave it a push, kumbaga.
Mm.
And acting, I gave it a perfect score. I actually don't have any complaints about the voice acting. And then soundtrack, perfect score because Dango. We all love the Dango song. So my overall is 76%.
Oh, very close to mine. Okay. So for me, I gave the plot 24 out of 30. Nabanggit to ni Brie kanina. It's very confusing. You don't really understand where the story is going. However, like having the context about the game kind of helped with that. So it's not that low. I feel like you need to know the background about the game for you to really fully grasp what's going on. Otherwise, it's too confusing. And then for the execution, I gave it 21 out of 30. Kasi I really don't like how they presented each character in their story. I don't like how, although Nagisa is the lead character, you barely get any screen time with her, any moment with her, any interaction with her. Mas nakakakilig pa yung OVA ng isang side character. Parang mas malaman pa siya, mas mabigat, mas maraming interaction, mas deep yung story kesa dun sa nakuha natin from Nagisa. And then for the animation, same reasoning. It's an old animation, so I gave it a 14 out of 20. It's an old one. I can't really, I don't know. From my memory, it doesn't have this animation, but that's because memories are deceiving. But it was really jarring for me when I saw the art style again after years of not really seeing the anime. And yeah, but like it didn't really ruin the experience. The characters are very confusing though. Like again, masyado sila
It's not the
magkakamukha.
animation who confused us. It's the
Yeah.
The art
the
style.
Yeah, I mean the art style is kind of like part of like the drawing, the art
yeah.
anyway. So
But
and then
it's not
for
really the team's fault anymore.
yeah, I know, but I think you're just saying that because you found out it's Kyoto Animation.
Kyoani-sama.
You're only saying that because you now know the production company.
Kyoani-sama.
Please forgive me.
Gomenasai.
Okay. For the acting, I gave it a 13.5 out of 15. It's good. I have no complaints. It's just that it didn't exactly give me like the, oof, this is the one. Yung gonna like, this is the voice. Parang ganon. Which I think I cut this out if I'm incorrect. But I mentioned that in Odd Taxi, right? Was it Odd, or
The
was it
voice
Death
acting?
Note? Yung sabi ko na, this is the one. This is the voice acting. May na-mention akong
Maybe
ganun.
it's Death Note because it's Mamo.
Yeah, basta I remember I mentioned that na parang tinaasan ko siya kasi this is the one. Like, this is the voice acting that I'm like, whoa. I remember mentioning that. And I didn't really get that here in Clannad. For the soundtrack, of course, it's gonna be 5 out of 5 because Dango, like
Dango.
Kazuku, is my favorite. Like, the
Dango,
moment
dango.
the moment I heard it in the intro, was it the intro? But the moment I heard it again, when we were
Outro.
watching the outro, it was so nostalgic. I'm like, oh, this is my child. I mean, honestly, even the intro. When I heard the intro again, and I saw like, ano, yung pinapakita na yung each character, in-introduce nila with like the name cards and everything.
Yeah.
I'm like, I have so many memories. it's all coming back to me now. So I gave it a 5 because one, it's good, and number two, nostalgia. So overall, for me, my rating is 77.5. So I have the highest rating. Overall, in combination, the rating that we gave Clannad is 76%.
It's in line with
That's
my score.
yeah. It's I'm pretty sad na it's low, but like I get it. Objectively speaking, I get why it's this low.
Subjectively, it's an 80 for me, but I
Same.
can't really
Yeah.
pull up the plot and the execution
Same.
anymore.
Parang ano rin, labag din sa loob ko na ihatak pa
Kaya
siya.
hinila ko yung voice acting eh.
Same. Honestly, hinila ko yung voice acting for that.
Maybe I
Okay.
should have perfected the voice acting.
I mean, you've been talking about Nakamura. Like, I can't believe.
Si Nakamura kasi talaga yung nagtaas ng score ko. Ay, wait lang. Nagagalit nga pala si Nakamura kapag ang funny nito. It's off topic, pero
Mm-hmm.
ang funny kasi he mentioned na like yung cow generation niya sila Sugita and stuff. Lahat when he heard fans talking about them, and then they were like Sugita-san, Gato-san, ganyan-san, ganyan. Tapos Nakamura, ganto ganyan ganyan. Bakit daw sa kanya walang honorifics?
Sampo na siya eh.
Tawagin naman
Sampo
nating
siya
sama.
eh.
Nakamura sama.
Isa pa to, gomenasai! Ang dami ko ini-insulto dito sa episode na to.
Maano ka eh, mapanlait ka this time eh. Anyway, that has been our discussion about Clannad. If you guys have any reactions, we have social media. Again, so it's on our website, officialsidetrackfam.weebly.com. Social media, ano yung usernames natin? Kay?
Official sidetrack.
Yes, that's consistent across all platforms.
Social
We're not
media
sure.
manager.
Yeah, Kay is our social media manager and they don't know.
Official sidetrack fam all across. Anyway, sidetracked fam. I'm sorry. So all our social media is at sidetracked fam. That's on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok.
Yes. If it's too confusing, kasi pati kami na-confused, just go to the website. It's in there. You'll be fine. You won't get lost.
Say the
And
link.
yeah. It's officialsidetrackedfam.weebly.com. It's just in there.
Basically, everything that we've mentioned will be in the description, so
Yes.
just check it out. We need the views. You will be repeating this at the end of every episode if you don't.
We will stop once we get like website traffic. If not, it will be back. This is a threat. Kung hindi, tatabihan kayo ni Sunohara, char.
Oh. That's like
You don't want
Kakihana, Tsunohara. Sino pa ba?
Grabe yung mga threat natin. Nakakatakot.
Anyway,
So this has been Side.
Track.
in a world full of purple-haired girls, I hope you find a brunette.
Don't choose Lila.
Yes. Bottom line, wag ako. Thank you. Bye!